everyone, you're here! We all know it, that slightly annoying biannual ritual where we mess with our clock's daylight saving time. It's supposed to give us more sunshine, save energy, boost the economy, all these grand promises. But have you ever stopped to think about what it does to? I mean, we're shifting an entire hour, messing with the very fabric of time itself. Okay, maybe not the fabric of time, but we're messing with something pretty fundamental. Our internal clocks. And that, my friends, is where things get interesting. Because daylight saving time, for all its purported benefits, can have some pretty surprising effects on our bodies and minds. So buckle up, because in this video, we're diving deep into the 5 surprising ways daylight saving time impacts you. And trust me, after watching this, you'll never look at that innocent-looking hour change the same way again. Let's start with the big one, your circadian rhythm. Now, if you're picturing some kind of complicated biological metronome, you're not far off. It's basically your body's internal clock, a roughly 24-hour cycle that dictates when you feel tired, when you feel alert, even when your body decides it's time to release certain hormones. It's this intricate system that keeps everything running smoothly, like a well-conducted orchestra. But then daylight saving time rolls around, and suddenly, the conductor's gone rogue. That hour jump throws your body for a loop. It's like the conductor yelled tempo change, but forgot to tell half the orchestra. Your body is expecting one thing, the sun is doing another, and your internal clock is left scratching its head. This might seem like a minor inconvenience, but remember, your circadian rhythm isn't just about sleep. It's deeply intertwined with your overall health and well-being. It influences your mood, your energy levels, your digestion, even your immune system. Think of it like a domino effect. Disrupt the circadian rhythm, and you risk setting off a chain reaction that impacts your entire system. And that's exactly what daylight saving time can do. It's like that feeling when you travel to a different time zone and experience jet lag, except this time, the time zone traveled to is just an hour away. Your body is trying to adjust to this sudden shift, and it can take days, even weeks, for it to fully synchronize again. So, while we might think we're just changing the clocks, we're actually messing with a fundamental biological process. And the consequences, as we'll see, can be far-reaching. Okay, so we've established that daylight saving time messes with our circadian rhythm, but why should we care? What's the big deal about this internal clock anyway? Well, to put it simply, your circadian rhythm is the conductor of your biological orchestra. It keeps everything in sync, ensuring that your body performs at its best. Think about it. When your circadian rhythm is functioning optimally, you sleep soundly, you wake up feeling refreshed, you have energy throughout the day, and you're generally in a good mood. But when your circadian rhythm is disrupted, it's like someone swapped out the conductor's baton for a rubber chicken. The orchestra is thrown into chaos. Suddenly, you're struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep. You wake up feeling groggy and disoriented, dragging yourself through the day with the energy levels of a sloth on a slow day. And don't even get me started on the mood swings. One minute you're fine, the next you're ready to fight a lamppost because it dared to exist in your general vicinity. But it's not just the immediate effects you have to worry about. Long-term disruption of your circadian rhythm has been linked to a whole host of health problems. We're talking about an increased risk of obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, even certain types of cancer. This isn't meant to scare you, but it is a reminder that our bodies are complex systems, and even seemingly small disruptions can have ripple effects. The circadian rhythm is a crucial part of what keeps us healthy and functioning, and it's something we need to pay attention to. Alright, so daylight saving time throws our internal clocks out of whack, and that can have some pretty serious consequences. But how exactly does this happen? What's going on inside our bodies when we spring forward or fall back? Well, imagine your body as a finely tuned machine, with each organ and system working in harmony. Your circadian rhythm is like the master control panel, sending out signals that regulate everything from hormone production to body temperature. Now, imagine someone comes along and starts randomly flipping switches on that control panel. That's essentially what daylight saving time does. It disrupts the timing of those signals, throwing your body's internal systems into disarray. One of the most immediate and noticeable effects is on your sleep-wake cycle. Remember melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep? Well, when the timing of daylight changes, it throws off your melatonin production. This can lead to difficulty falling asleep, waking up during the night, and overall poorer sleep quality. But it's not just sleep that's affected. Your metabolism, your immune system, even your cardiovascular system can all be impacted by this sudden shift in your circadian rhythm. Studies have shown that even a 1-hour time change can increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events in the days following the switch. Why? Well, one theory is that the stress of adjusting to the time change puts extra strain on your heart. Another possibility is that the disruption to your sleep-wake cycle throws off your hormone levels, which can also impact your cardiovascular health. It's like your body is trying to adjust to this new schedule, but it's a bit like trying to change a tire on a moving car. It's doable, but it's messy, stressful, and potentially dangerous. Okay, I know we're talking about time change here, not some action movie plot, but this is serious stuff. We've covered how messing with our internal clocks impacts our bodies. But here's a chilling fact. Research suggests a link between daylight saving time and an increased risk of heart attacks. You heard that right. The seemingly innocuous act of changing our clocks by an hour can have life or death consequences. Now, before you swear off ever changing your clock again, let's delve into the details. Studies have shown a spike in heart attack cases in the days immediately following the switch to daylight saving time in the spring. It's not a small blip either. Some research indicates a 10% increase in risk during this period. That's significant. While the exact reasons for this correlation are still being studied, the leading theory points to the stress our bodies experience during this transition. Remember that domino effect we talked about earlier? Well, the stress hormone cortisol is a major player in this scenario. When we disrupt our sleep-wake cycle, our cortisol levels get all wonky. Cortisol is our fight or flight hormone, and when it's out of balance, it can wreak havoc on our cardiovascular system. Increased heart rate, higher blood pressure, inflammation, all these factors contribute to a perfect storm for heart problems. Now, it's important to note that this increased risk is temporary. After a few days, our bodies generally adjust, and the risk level returns to normal. But it's still a stark reminder that even small changes to our sleep and our internal clocks can have a real impact on our health. Let's talk about the more relatable, everyday impacts of this time-bending practice. We've all been there. That Monday morning after the switch, when your alarm goes off and it feels like the middle of the night. You're groggy, disoriented, and wondering if someone spiked your coffee with sleeping pills. That, my friends, is the beauty of daylight saving time. It's not just about the grand-scale health implications, it's about those little, nagging disruptions to our daily lives. That missed bus because you slept in, the burnt toast because you were too tired to function, the general feeling of being out of sync with the world. Our bodies crave routine, and when that routine is disrupted, even by a single hour, it can throw everything off. Suddenly, that morning workout you were so good about becomes a struggle. Your carefully planned meal schedule goes out the window because your hunger cues are all messed up. And let's not even talk about trying to focus on work when all you can think about is curling up under your desk for a nap. It's like the universe decided to play a prank on us, a cosmic joke that leaves us feeling jet-lagged in our own homes. And the worst part? Just when we've finally adjusted to this new time warp, it's time to switch back again. It's enough to make you want to throw your clock out the window and embrace a life of blissful timelessness. But before you do that, let's talk about some ways to mitigate these effects and navigate the time change with a little more grace.
Check one, check.
So, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the intricacies of your circadian rhythm to the surprising link between time change and heart health. It's clear that daylight saving time, for all its intended benefits, can have a real impact on our bodies and minds. But the good news is, we're not powerless in the face of this biannual time warp. By understanding how daylight saving time affects us, we can take steps to minimize its negative impacts and make the transition a little smoother. Next time, I'll be sharing some practical tips and strategies to help you adjust to the time change, from optimizing your sleep environment to managing stress and boosting your energy levels. Because let's face it, we can't just hibernate twice a year. Though wouldn't that be nice? Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more content exploring the fascinating world of you, and share this video with your friends. Let's spread the knowledge and help each other navigate the curious case of daylight saving time.